Hello and welcome back. I have not done one of these videos in literal years, and they were some of my favorites, not only to film but to watch. So I figured we would just go old school and do a favorites video. This is like collective, there's no category, there's like some like fashion, makeup, food, drink, life, I don't know, there's a little bit of everything. So without further ado, I'm just going to show you some of my most favorite things currently. In no particular order. These pens are my favorite gel pens I think that I've ever owned. They're from the brand UBrand. I picked them up at Target. It's a 30 count. It has a mixture of glitter, pastel, and neons. It just has every color you can even think of. It's so good. I just like having a lot of options with many things, and this one really just makes me excited to kind of journal. So at the end of the day, I kind of switch it up, pick a bunch of different colors, and it's just something that aesthetically really keeps me on my journaling. I look forward to it. I think that's key with a lot of things, to keep you on new pattern making is something that gets you excited about it, and these pens definitely do that for me. I think that this kit, I want to say it was under $10, I'm pretty sure, but they should have it at Target in their like pen section or stationery section. But they're so good, especially the glitter ones. Stunning. And as far as fragrance, I have such an interesting relationship with this fragrance because it's my favorite, or okay, not my favorite, that's DKNY Be Delicious is my OG, probably forever ever favorite, but this is like a newer find to me that I really like, and it's the DedCool Milk. I've also tried the Extra Milk because I really enjoy the scent of this. It's so clean and fresh, but it doesn't last that long. And I originally bought a bottle because I had a sample, and the sample smelled so good. I went and bought a full-size bottle, and I wore it like a time or two, and I couldn't smell it. So I just thought that the smell didn't last. Maybe I got like an extra scented sample, and that's why I liked it so much. So I returned it, and I missed the scent so much because I had actually sprayed some of the sample on my bag, and when I wear my bag daily, I can still smell it. So I was like, okay, maybe I just got a bad bottle and get another one. It's still very lightly scented, and you do need to shake it before spraying it because there's a lot more concentration of the oils in here. So even when you spray it on your chest, it kind of glistens because there is a higher amount of oil in this one. And I still can't smell it on myself, which is frustrating because, like I said, I really like the smell so much. But the other day at work, one of the girls stopped me and they asked what I was wearing, and I couldn't smell anything. And I was like, wait, you can smell that? Because I want to smell it. She's like, no, I could smell you like around the corner, and I do so good. So, hence this milk extra. Okay, sorry, the original milk. But the extra is nice too. It just, the initial hint of it, obviously because it's extra, seems a little bit more, there's more depth to it, so it's not quite identical in my opinion. So I do prefer the original, but the dry down of the extra milk is almost identical, just with more potency than the original. So it's like either or. Once I run out of this, I'll probably have to sit and really think about if I want to do the regular again or do the extra and kind of, you know, wait the extra couple minutes for the initial power to subdue and sit with what it leaves, which is such a beautiful, light, clean, fresh. It's a really hard fragrance to describe other than it's very fresh. And then my favorite lip pencil. This is an unopened one because I buy a couple backups. I use so many different shades, but this is the nude beige. This is the reformulated color. I did really like the original. This one just is a little bit more of a pink than the true original nude beige, but it's the NYX Professional Lip Pencil. I think it's just like the original. I really like the suede ones as well, but this lasts on me all day. I have it on right now, but I have Nude Truffle on, and then I have the Rhode lip gloss on top. It was the limited edition one. I forgot what the shade name was, but it was what they did during the summer collection. It was the deeper mauve-y shade, but those Rhode lip glosses are so nice. But if you want something that lasts for hours and hours and hours, these NYX lip pencils are fantastic. I always put a layer of plain old school chapstick on, let it sit for like 10-15 minutes, and then I line my entire lips with this, and it'll last for hours until like I eat something, and then obviously then I'll just touch up. But between that, it just stays hydrated from the lip balm underneath, and this is a super comfortable long wearing formula. My favorite bronzer, which I did just pick up a new one because I was like scraping the sides, like it was gone. But it's the REFY cream bronzer, and I get the shade Dune. If you are a fair skin girly, you probably will love this. It's just a really nice neutral bronzer. It's what I have on right now. It's just very, very natural, nothing overpowering, because I feel like especially when you are fair, and since I don't wear base products, I don't wear foundation majority of the time, if you don't find the right undertone in your bronzer, it definitely stands out a lot more, and it's very overwhelming and apparent. But this is my perfect shade in Dune. I'm pretty sure this one, at least because I ordered it off Sephora, it says it's an online exclusive, so you might not be able to see this shade in stores, but the formula is really, really nice if you see the other colors in Sephora stores. And it's super affordable considering some bronzers are like $50+ I think this one's only like $29, so it's really not bad. And even though it's cream, which goes by faster than typical powder, this lasts me, I want to say at least 3 months, potentially longer, but at least 3 months, which really isn't bad for, you know, one cream product. And on that same line of, you know, getting ready things, the Volition Prismatic Luminizing Shield SPF 50 is my original favorite SPF. I'm so glad that they finally reformulated it and relaunched it. This was out for years. The company, I don't know, it took literal years to reformulate this, but back in the day with the original one, I loved it. It gives you a nice glow. It's not what I have on right now. I'm still trying to use up the last little bit of my Super Goop Glow SPF, which I do really like as well too. This one just doesn't have a tint to it. It's more of a kind of, you can kind of see the tip there. It just has a little bit more of an undetectable shade, if you will. It kind of looks a little bit beigey when it comes out, but it blends in pretty much clear, versus the Super Goop is definitely tinted, so it comes out. If I were to rest my face on somebody, because I don't put powder on, you can definitely, it's a little bit of a foundation-y color that would transfer. But this just has the perfect amount of glow in it, and it has niacinamide and hyaluronic acid too, so if you're looking for something that will keep you hydrated as well as that nice SPF 50, this is fantastic. I'm not sure if they have it anywhere else yet besides their website, because they did used to carry it at Sephora and Ulta, but once they reformulated, obviously it was gone for years. So that's the only unfortunate part, but this is so good. So if you're looking for a I believe it's a mineral formula. Now, don't quote me on that, but I think that's why they took so long reformulating it, because it used to be a physical SPF, and sorry, it used to be a chemical SPF, and now it's a physical, something to that effect. But this is really good, and it's not super expensive either. And then I wanted to give these a shout out. These are my favorite. Pretty much in all my vlogs you're going to see me wearing some color of this cami top. It's just what I used to sleep in. It's a cropped v-neck from Aritzia. So it's essentially, I have the original as well as some of the newer ones, because it used to be made by Sunday's Best, which is, I'm pretty sure is an in-house brand from Aritzia. But recently it got switched over, and so now it's from TNA, which is also Aritzia's in-house brand. But it's the TNA Homestretch. I think it's waist tank. So they have a longer version, like a full-length version of this as well, but I prefer the waist-length one, so it's a little bit more of a cropped feel. It runs, I'd say they run a little small. Typically I wear small in shirts, but I do like oversized items, and especially for my pajamas, so I buy a medium in these little tanks. But they tend to do a couple new colors each year, and they have their staple colors. So I have one of every single color that they currently have, because I use them every single night to sleep in. But they're so good. So if you happen to see those, they're no longer the Sunday's Best Gracie tank, which is what they used to be called. It's now the TNA Homestretch waist length tank. Okay, fingers crossed that this works, because my camera battery died and I don't have time to charge it. But I wanted to finish recording this video, so fingers crossed this is all well and dandy. But the next product is my favorite ginger shot. The brand is called SolTi, S-O-L-T-I. It's the ginger super shot. It looks like this. They're nice little glass bottles. Actually, when I prep and I make my own ginger shots, I just reuse these bottles. I'll take off the lid, the label, and just refill them with my own homemade ones. But these are my favorite that I've ever tried. They're a little bit more on the lemony side. Mind you, I don't really mind a powerful ginger shot. It's kind of what it's there for. But these just taste fantastic. And I know that they have them in a multitude of places, and they used to have a 4-pack at Target, but most of the time they have, like, you know, buy one or buy two and it's a cheaper price. But these are super, super good. And now that especially colder months should be coming and everybody getting sick, I just really like having a ginger shot in sight. Always on deck. And then my favorite, I just can't get away from it. On a day where I'm not sure what I want to do flavor wise for my coffee, I always gravitate towards my pistachio. Torani makes my favorite syrups of all time. I feel like they just have a plethora of different flavors. They have some new seasonal ones throughout the year, but this pistachio is just so stinking good. And if you like cinnamon at all, pistachio and cinnamon, strange sounding combination, but they're actually super good. I made coffee this morning, wasn't sure, and I went with pistachio. Oh, and then I had to give a shout out to this. This is my new Mocha pot. It's the same brand of the one that I've always used for the last like 5 or 6 plus years, but it's from Bialetti. It is an Italian brand, but this is just a newer model, and it's stainless steel, which is what I had wanted to kind of upgrade to from my other one, even though that lasted so long and it was such good quality. So I knew that the brand was good for it. So just, this is a little bit more, it's slightly larger than my other one, so it makes a little bit more coffee. But if you like a strong cup of coffee, and if you've never used a Mocha pot, this brand, Bialetti, is fantastic. I could not recommend them enough. It's a 3-compartment system. This part comes off, so does the bottom, and then there's a little circular component that you load up your coffee grounds into. You put a little bit of water here in this bottom component, and you screw them all together, and the coffee is released by steam up into this top component, and it comes out here in this little middle section. This is what I use for my everyday coffee, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's so good, and this one works super fast. This morning I had a little coffee mayhap, and I had to remake a whole new one because I did not use this. I used a different coffee, and it was foul. Like the worst coffee I've had in literal years. And I just went back to my tried and true, and I had this, it was percolating within like 5 minutes max. It was so good. So I cannot recommend this bad boy enough if you like coffee. And last but not least, I had to mention some new sandals. I'm just a sandal girly. If I have to have shoes on because I love being barefoot, it's going to be in sandals majority of the time, regardless of the year. But these bad boys from Dolce Vita are my newest favorite. They have a little bit of a squish to the cushion as well as the footbed too, so they're super comfortable for walking around. There was very minimal breaking in for me. I went a half size up just because I feel like that kind of also helps with the breaking in of sandals too, so it's not like rubbing as much. But I'm not sure what the style of these ones are. Yeah, they rubbed off unfortunately, but I got these ones off of Macy's. Super cute. They have I want to say like 5 or 6 different colors in the same style. I just really like white. I like that raffia color that's super popular, but just with my skin tone, it makes me look super washed out. So I have discovered that, and I go with white now if I want something more on the neutral side. So this is like my everyday favorite color. I go white. It blends in a little bit better with my skin tone, but they're so comfortable. You just like pop them on, walk around all day, and you're totally fine. And that was it. Just a nice, you know, assortment of a bunch of things that I've really been enjoying recently. And oh gosh, this is so exciting. I miss filming favorites. So obviously I won't be doing one every month because I'm far less of a consumer than I used to be. So whenever I have a collection of enough new things, then I'll make these videos periodically here and there for you. I hope you enjoyed. I will link everything that I can find. Hopefully everybody's still there. Pretty sure most of the stuff should be down below. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave them in the comments. But do not forget to subscribe, you know the drill. Subscribe so we can be here together. You know when I'm here, so we can sit, chat, do the things together. But thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you very soon in my next video. And I'm sending so much love from all over here to wherever you are at. And I will see you very soon for my next video. Bye.